Hare Krishna Prabhuji, let's start our class.
Sure, Mataji. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव साथी गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात सतारिणे।
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanvat Pranam.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Yeah. Yeah, I can share the screen. Yeah. Fine. Yeah, from here.
नो प्रभु जी, नो माता जी। Mataji, I guess we were at this point yesterday.
Hmm. I similarly forgot.
Yes, Mataji. Let's wait for
Yes.
1 minute, Mataji. Let's start at 7:30.
Sorry?
Let's start at 7:30. Sorry, 5:30.
Yeah, yeah, sure. तेरा नया चार्जर आया कि नहीं?
Yes, Mataji. So let's start. Srila Prabhupada,
Yes.
although I and Bob, yes, Srila Prabhupada. Similarly, if you always keep yourself spiritually engaged, your body will act spiritually, although it is material. The same example, when an iron rod is red hot, touch it anywhere and it will burn. It takes on the quality of fire. Similarly, if you always keep yourself in Krishna consciousness, then you will become spiritualized. You will act spiritually, no more material demands. Bob, how do I know this? Srila Prabhupada, this process, they are doing it. You have seen these boys, our 6 boys who have been initiated today. It is very simple. You have to follow the four restrict regulative regulations and chant these beats. Very easy, Bob. Well, but see, when I am back in Bihar and following my lifestyle there, uh, if I follow all these regulative principles, some I follow now, but not all. Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, some means Bob, some Srila Prabhupada. There are only four regulative principles. Some means two or three. Bob, two or three? Srila Prabhupada, so why don't you follow the other one? Bob, no, no, I mean I follow one or two. One or two I follow now. Srila Prabhupada laughs. Why not the other three? What is the difficulty? Which one do you follow? Bob, which one do I follow? Well, I am almost vegetarian, but I eat eggs. Srila Prabhupada, then that is not complete. Bob, no, not even complete. But last time, November, I became vegetarian, but Srila Prabhupada, vegetarian is no qualification. Bob, not much. Srila Prabhupada, the pigeon is vegetarian, the monkey is vegetarian, the most rubbish creature. Bob, well, Srila Prabhupada, the monkey is vegetarian. This naked sannyasi lives in the forest, the most mischievous. Bob, I felt that it was a little bit of progression because it was something difficult at first, then easy. And I had returned to Srila Prabhupada. No, you can stick to all the regulative principles provided you take to Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, it is not possible. Bob. Yes, this is. I have when I am back in Bihar, and my friends may say we are sitting in the evening and there's nothing to do but fight mosquitoes, and they say, "How about smoking some marijuana?" And I say, "Sure, there's nothing else to do." And then I sit down and I enjoy myself for the evening. Now we did this. We got carried away and we were doing it every day and realizing we were hurting ourselves and stopped. But still, on occasion, we, Srila Prabhupada, you have to live with us. Then your friend will not ask you, what about marijuana? Keep the association of devotees. We are opening centers to give people a chance to associate with us. Why have we taken so much land in Mayapur? Those who are seriously desirous, they will come and live with us. Association is very influential. If you associate with drunkens, you become drunk. If you associate with sadhus, you become a sadhu. Syama Sundar, Srila Prabhupada's secretary, he can come and stay with you in Bombay, Srila Prabhupada. Yes, you can come and stay with Bombay, but he wants friends with Arizona. That's the difficulty, Bob. Let me ask you some about something else. Then maybe I will come back to this. I find that I think of myself too much, and this way I cannot think of God so much. I think of myself in too many places. How can I forget about myself so that I can concentrate on other more important things? Srila Prabhupada, as the devotee have done, Bob, you were saying to me that my path, I think you are saying is, you're saying is that my path to purity is to become a devotee. Srila Prabhupada, do you hesitate? Bob, well, Srila Prabhupada, is it very difficult to become a devotee? Bob, for myself it is. I don't feel the desire. First, the devotees tell me that they have given up material life. These four regulative principles they have explained to me, um, giving up material life, and that I see. And in place of this, they have Srila Prabhupada. What do you mean by material life? I am sitting on this bed. Is it material or spiritual? Bob, material, Srila Prabhupada. Then how? Then how have we given up material life, Bob? I think how I interpreted it was a desire for material gain. Srila Prabhupada, what is material? Bob, working towards material gain and not giving up all materials. Srila Prabhupada, material life means when you desire to gratify your senses, that is material life. And when you desire to serve God, that is spiritual life. That is the difference between material life and spiritual life. Now we are trying to serve our senses, but instead of serving the senses, when we serve God, uh, that is spiritual life. What is the difference between our activities and others' activities? We are using everything: table, chair, bed, tape recorder, typewriter. So, what is the difference? The difference is that we are using everything for Krishna. Mataji, is it enough?
Yeah, 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 it's okay. It's all
I
right.
read 2 pages, I guess.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, you read two pages. So there are, I think, left three to five devotees. So you have to all have to read at least two pages. Okay. So yeah, anything you want to add, Prabhuji? Or or any Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Any question? Yeah.
Yeah, so here Prabhupada is explaining the importance of association. साधु संग सर्व शास्त्र कोय लभ्य मात्र साधु संगे सर्व सिद्धि होय. So here he is telling that if we associate with nice people, then we will also become nice. If we associate with devotees, we will become devotees, and if we associate with materialistic people, then we will become materialistic. And
Yeah.
also here, one very important point which Prabhupada is telling, and by explaining this, he is clearing the doubts of many people. Like many people ask that from here that we have to give up material life. Many people ask that if we come in devotion, if we want to progress in a devotion, then should we give up material studies? It's the question of many students. So Prabhupada he explains very beautifully here. He asks, what do we mean by material life? So Prabhupada says that anything if it's used for God's satisfaction, if it's used for Krishna's satisfaction, then it is not material; it's spiritual.
Hmm.
And if it's used for satisfying the own senses, then it's material. For example, we all are having our smartphones. So if we use our smartphones to take darshan of Lord Krishna or to associate with devotees or to hear kirtan or to watch prasadam recipes, then the phone is also acting in a spiritual way. But at the same time, if we use our phone for talking to, let's say, our girlfriend or something like that, then it's material because we're trying to gratify our own sense with the help of this thing. So it depends on our perspective. It depends on who we are. If we are really devotees, then we would utilize everything which we are having in the service of Krishna. Otherwise, we would just use everything for our own sense gratification. So
Yes,
it's a very
that's
strong
the
point. Yes,
mm.
Mataji.
Yeah,
And
the
that's
difference
why,
between
uh,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
Mataji.
continue, continue.
And that's why Mataji, senior devotees recommend us reading this book, Perfect Question, Perfect Answers, because
Hmm.
by reading this book, many of our doubts can be cleared.
Yes. Actually, the difference between material people and with us is that the thing is they use for this their great satisfaction of senses. For example, I am going to for a job, and with that money I drink alcohol outside. That is for that's a material thing. But I also job and I get that money and I serve it to distribute a prasadam or for making deities races or something prasadam cooking. So in this way I use that money. So this money is not now material. We dance, we sing, we also uh, study, we also do everything, cooking, all things we also do exactly as a material, but we do for it for Krishna only. They do it for own satisfaction, own sense enjoyment. That's the difference, and we should consider that we are doing everything for Krishna only. For example, why we read this book now, because so that our chanting must chanting must will be good, the book reading kirtans and all things doing, because the chanting will be good, because that time actually when you are chanting Hare Krishna, Hare means Radharani, so Radharani listen from Golaka that okay see, or he chant my name and Krishna also listening. So if so, book reading does not mean we just yeah reading, yeah we don't understand anything. Fine, Mataji what saying is in my mind whatever she. But the thing is, if you listen these kinds of books and you read about Krishna more and more, utilization of services for Krishna, so that the chanting will be released. But ISKCON, all people are considering all the things, but they don't even consider the chanting. Somehow, and I listened from Keshav Anand Prabhuji today that we are doing machine gun chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram. I am
Yes,
slow. I
Mataji.
am say slowly, but they just Krishna 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 Krishna. Of
Ekiji
course,
Ram Ram,
Amravendra
Ekiji Ram
Prabhuji.
Ram.
Yeah, Krishna 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 Krishna. So always that is a snake chanting. Shh shh always you listen she. So as like Amarendra Prabhuji said, we must go to Sharpalako one day as a chanting of si. So that's the thing. We read these books. We read about. We listen about Krishna. We do kirtans because that our chanting will relish. If you read this book and in chanting your mind is that form the as previous, so what is the mean of to reading these books? Only you know by the jnana, right? In bhakti you can't utilize it. So the main important is we, if you know about Krishna, you will relish in chanting. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, associate. And the second point is association. For example, Srila Prabhupada here say, if I'm drunkard and I will say, okay, Mataji, come here, I will give you a pav, like yo, and we are drink together. So after you, one day you will not drink that, oh Mataji, what are you telling me? This is very bad. No, our four-legged principle was broken. I say, Mataji, don't worry, all are same. Just drink this. And what will be happen? You are with me, you will also drink like me, and you may be drunk, further more senior than me also. So that's the thing. Association is giving a big effect. If you do sadhu sangha or the perfect things you doing, then the sadhu sanghas talking sense and what they teach is affected to you. If I am so angry and I will always say, yes Shuni Mataji, what are you doing? Always go to class, always do, and when your junior will come, you will also say, okay Mataji, what are you doing? So that's a way when association actually matter. If you listen, okay Mataji, how Mataji understand, okay, how Prabhuji understanding the lessons, how, so association of course the matter. Yeah, association Mataji, I am telling about you. Fine. So next, Mataji, are you available or not? Association Mataji, you want to read? Okay, fine Mataji. Yeah, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, Shrishti Mataji, you want to read Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, can you
Hare
show her
Krishna.
where to read?
Yes, yes, Mataji, sure. Uh, yes, Mataji, read from here, Bob.
Okay, Prabhuji. Bob, the devotee have said that the sensual pleasure they have given up are replaced with spiritual kind of pleasure. But see, I haven't felt this. Srila Prabhupada, spiritual pleasure comes when your desire to please Krishna. This is spiritual pleasure. For example, a mother is more pleased by feeding her son. She is not eating, but when she sees that her son is eating very nicely, then she becomes pleased. Bob, spiritual pleasure then is pleasing God. Srila Prabhupada. Spiritual pleasure means the pleasure of a Krishna. Bob, pleasing Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, yes, material pleasure means the pleasure of the senses. That is all. That's all. This is the difference. When you simply try to please Krishna, that it is spiritual pleasure. Bob, I have viewed this as my thought of pleasing God as God was too. Srila Prabhupada. Do not manufacture your way of pleasing God. Do not manufacture. Suppose I want to please you. Then I shall ask you, how can I serve you? Not that I manufacture some service. That is not pleasing. Suppose I want a glass of water. If you concoct the idea, Swamiji will be more pleased if I give him a glass of milk, hot milk. That will not please me. If you want to please me, then you should ask me, how can I please you? And if you do what I order, that will please me. Bob, and the pleasing Krishna, this is then it's being a devotee of a Krishna. Srila Prabhupada. A devotee is the one who is always pleasing Krishna. He has no other business. That is a devotee. Bob, can you tell me some more about chanting Hare Krishna? I have heard quite some time chanted, but never regularly. Just a little bit here and there. I just go beats very recently, and once in a while I feel comfortable chanting, and once in a while not comfortable at all. Maybe I don't chant properly, I don't know. Srila Prabhupada. Yes, everything has a process. You have to adapt the process, Bob. The devotee tell me of the state they feel while chanting. Srila Prabhupada. Yes, the more you become purified, the more you will feel state. This chanting process is called purifying process. Okay, Mataji.
Prabhuji, you want to add something? This is about chanting on the way. And
Yes, Mataji. It's
yeah.
about chanting and also about the mindset of a devotee. So here
Mm-hmm.
it is stated that devotee's business is to please Krishna only. He has no other business. Externally, it may look like the devotee is working in some kind of office. A devotee is running some business, but the internal purpose or the main purpose of a devotee is to please Krishna. Whatever he earns from working or from doing some kind of business, he uses it for pleasing Krishna. So this is the mindset of a devotee. And here we can also learn one thing that not all the time we may feel comfortable while chanting. Many a times it feels like ना okay आज शाम को करते हैं यार सुबह छोड़ दो मन नहीं कर रहा है. But we need to convince ourselves. That's the main fight. That fight is between our intelligence and our mind. Our mind says okay, do the chanting after returning from university, but we must explain ourselves that okay, we need to chant 16 rounds because if we won't, then there would be a greater chance of fall down because the place where we are going is too rich in tamoguna and rajoguna. So that's why we need to focus on chanting. Even if it is not pleasing, even if it is not comfortable to us, then also we have to force ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, kar le beta, kar le chanting, kar le. So Prabhupada is telling that everything is having a process. So we need to follow a process. So Bob says that the devotees tell me of ecstasy that they feel while chanting. So this ecstasy or this is called unmad. This is felt by those devotees who are very much advanced. Like in the Mukundmala Stotram, in text 35, I guess, King Kulusekara says that if upon reading the glories of Lord Hari, if upon hearing his katha, or if upon chanting his name, one doesn't feel ecstatic, then he is a rascal. So unless we are a rascal, unless we are not a rascal, we won't feel this kind of ecstasy while chanting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That's
Mataji.
true. That's true. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm listening from Amarendra Prabhuji, and there is a big Vaishnava, he's a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. That once he mentioned, may this chanting is most difficult part for me in the 14 planetary system. It is not, but for me, if it is right, for me, if it is the most difficult situation or most, I have to do this because in this way Krishna listen this. And if in chanting actually Krishna listen and he is happy, because he is happy, I have to do it. Not the chances if it is difficult or not, or so much difficult, I don't care about it. Second thing,
Uh,
Srila Prabhupada, when Saman Krishna Goswami Maharaj came up him and say that Srila Prabhupada, I have so much pending chantings, I can't chant because I have so much service, I have so much management. Then Srila Prabhupada say, okay, do it next day. Then Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj says that, okay, I have so much, how can I then then Srila Prabhupada say, reduce your sleeping. And Tamal Krishna Goswami say, I only sleep for 2 hours, Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada say that reduce, don't eat but chanting. So how the chanting is so much importance. The Srila Prabhupada mentioning here, even give up your sleeping, give up your chanting, or give up everything, but just chant. Chanting is most important. We do book reading, we do classes of 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, But the point is, when the time is come for chanting, we say, okay, I will do 5 hour more. Okay, after doing 11 at night. Okay, when the emergency will come. Okay, when the okay, when the my
Samraj will
Prabhuji
come.
give me, yeah, when the Prabhuji give me the beautiful sari, then till then I will not chant. The things they are mentioning. So once my friend once said that this is the good way for you to discuss with your Prabhuji. I say, what? He say, okay, tell him that I will not chant if you don't give that dress, that sari. I say, okay, it's the fallen way for me, not for him. If I not chant, what will happen to him? I will chant for Krishna, not for him. So that's the thing. So if you don't chant, then there is no solution. If it be very difficult, just chant. Srila Prabhupada says, so once asked to Srila Prabhupada that how my chanting will release. Like, for example, how will be I go to that platform when STG is there and thing is there. So Srila Prabhupada say, chanting. Chanting is the way to reach out that level. Because when we are singing, right? You are a singer. How you became a singer? To go to a singing, and you have to start singing. By singing, the practicing of singing, you will be a singer. Without practicing, okay, read a book, sare gama pa, okay, fine. What is the use of that? So without this, you can't even breathe. This is the actually क्या होता है कि whatever you give up, that will be slowly divine. For example, you set the goal of 16 round, and we will say that okay, today is only 14 round. Okay, I will do next day 2 round more. It will not happening. It will not happening. That pending is pending and impending. So if you chant 16 round, chant till your breath is there. If this is your last day and you have to chanting of 16 round, stop that breath and chant 16 round. That was the most important thing. If you don't chant, then what is the use of doing the all of things, right? So chanting is most important. No way wherever you are, where what are you matlab, means. And great enemy of chanting is one, which Krishna really angry on that person. Can anyone say what was that? Can anyone say that what is the biggest enemy of chanting? And in this way, if you do, Krishna will more angry on you. What will he please?
Mataji, our mind is our biggest enemy. It
Yes, but mind will be go there and where. But what if you do in the time of chanting? It will be biggest enemy. Krishna will forgive you if your mind is uncertain. He know, because this is the material world. What is the next? So the final answer is sleeping. If you chant and you sleep, then the connection will be break. For example, you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra till 1 round, and I say already now that Krishna listen you. Krishna listen your every beat. Krishna listen your every term. He listen you. If you chant Hare and you stop, wherever where the girl is now, where chanting under the shelter, where is she? And she's sleeping, she nicely sleeping. What is the happen? The connection was break, right? For example, if you not sleep, if you just chant and your mind was मतलब इधर उधर का हुआ है, तो भी ठीक है. मतलब chant तो कर रहे हो ना, इधर बुला तो रहे हो. स्लीपिंग में तो तुम गए हो, पूरे समाधि में चले गए हो. कहाँ हो तुम? राइट, फॉर दैट एग्जाम्पल. कहाँ हो तुम? कहाँ हो? कृष्णा बोलेंगे अभी तो बोल रहा था, कहाँ है वो? खत्म. कहाँ है फिर? नहीं है, सो गया है वो, और कहीं कुछ नहीं है. सो if and some a second type of devotees who are phone countering. Hare Krishna. Okay, wow. Oh, Mataji dressed so beautifully. Wow, Mataji, you dress so beautifully. Chanting and wow, messages and typing and send. This is the wrong way. Just avoid the phone. Actually, that in previous year they don't have to use that. Okay, avoid the phone. But now it's a term that please sir, avoid your phone while chanting. That was not that was gone part. If you chant and you working on your phone and you chat on someone, that was a gone place. You can't do on that person anything. But if you sleep now, that was the biggest rascaldom I can say. I can I don't say, it's Vaishnavas who are saying. That's the thing. Chant, if you chant, your mind will be इधर उधर का होगा कुछ दिन के लिए, कुछ सालों के लिए, बट कुछ ना कुछ हो जाएगा. पर सो जाओगे, बिल्कुल ही कनेक्शन खत्म. हरे and you sleep. Then you have to remember Krishna. Okay. Hare. Okay. Fine. But in that case, also people say that okay, if you chant slowly, you will feel sleep. So chant in the messenger. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Khatam. In that way, you will not save. So Srila Prabhupada firstly said that listen carefully. What if you say, and there will be a what is that called, distance on that particular term. For example, Hare, you have to listen Hare, and Krishna. But Mataji, now I'm sleeping. Don't worry. If you okay, then if you are sleeping, just stand up and chant Hare Krishna. If you are just slap yourself, but chant Hare Krishna, but don't sleep. For example, in the previous devotees used to say, Srila Prabhupada's disciple, actually they have so much management, so they come night to chant. In 11 and 12 at night, they will come chant. And they kill, in the wall there is a kill, and they just sikha, that Prabhujis have sikha, and they put on that kill. And if they sleep, Hare, and sleep, the kill will pull it. And oh my god, what is happening? And they will chant Hare Krishna. So if you are sleeping at the time of, then go for water, go for walk, and drink some water, and then read something or read Bhagavad Gita, then come to chanting. That is the no way for chanting and sleeping. Okay, Mataji? Do you understand? Yeah. So any have any doubt? I'll take 10 minutes to chant one. I'll take an hour to chant 8 hours. So how to increase it? Okay, we'll discuss it friendly. Prabhuji, you want to answer on it? Further, I will.
What, Mataji?
Abhishek Prabhuji, something is typing.
Let's see what our Abhishek Prabhuji is typing. It takes 10 minutes to chant one round. I take more than an hour to chant 8 rounds. How to increase it? Watch the right pace. Okay. So you want to maximize your chanting. So, Prabhuji, the thing is, if you are chanting slowly, that you can you yourself do. You will yourself feel that whenever you start chanting slowly, the best thing that you can do is now that you first write down the Hare Krishna Mahamantra on a piece of paper, and you read it while chanting. In this way, you can optimize your chanting, because it takes some time to read. You might have noted also, like whenever you are having some kind of some kind of group discussion, and when you speak on your own, like when you are not using any references, then you are speaking much more faster than the case in which you are using some kind of references. Like when you are reading from some kind of paper, then your speed automatically it will decrease, but it will be an optimal speed. Yeah, Mataji, we must focus on name while chanting.
Yeah, name while chanting, but the remember is there is nothing that you can only chant one round only 10 minutes. It is not necessary that you will chant one round on 6 minutes, 5 minutes. It's not necessary. Chant, but hear the properly, and remember that you are chanting. Because some people is Hare
Yes,
Krishna and
Mataji.
they are not remembering what is that they are doing, and they when they look at the feedback, oh, I'm doing Hare Krishna, okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, okay, for the
Yeah,
example.
Mataji.
So the thing is, right place is everywhere. Yes, Mataji, that's true. It's not necessary where you are sitting, fighting or doing. But if your mind is there, you can chant. You can chant. Okay. For example,
Yes,
you are
Mataji.
chanting sitting. If you're comfortable and your mind is there, your mind is saying that okay, I will do it in sitting. So do it on sitting. There something. Places some saying, but there is nothing. You can chant sitting or walking. If your mind is done, if you अगर आपका मन लग रहा है, दैट वाज द पॉइंट. ओके, अगर आपका मन लग रहा है कि मैं बैठ के कर लूंगा, तो करो बैठ के. पद्मासन में बैठो, सीधा करो, जो भी करना है करके कर लोगे. अगर नहीं मन लग रहा है तो खड़े होके करो. खड़े होके मन नहीं लग
Yes,
रहा है तो
Mataji.
चल के करो. या चल के मन नहीं लग रहा है तो सो जाओ भैया, और क्या कर सकते हो.
Yeah, Mataji. I was
Yeah,
also
exactly.
hearing in a lecture by Amala Krishna Prabhu. So he was telling that we must optimize our chanting. We must not chant too fast, or nor we should chant too slow.
Too
Because
slow, yes.
if we would put the gaps in our chanting, then our mind will get diverted in that gap.
Yeah. That's
And
the thing. Also,
yes, Mataji.
that's the thing. But that not mean you are just chanting Hare and you are
No, no.
sleeping like 4 minutes and you come and okay, it's Krishna. That's the not the thing. You chant properly so
Yeah,
that
Mataji.
you listen carefully because it is your beginner state. So the question is, it is not that this is the only way to chanting Krishna, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. There is also advanced stages are there, but for beginner it is recommended that chanting Hare Krishna while listening, because that time when Srila Prabhupada's disciple are, they are chanting in machine guns, so that Srila Prabhupada say okay कुछ तो करके सुन लोगे, कुछ तो सुनो, ठीक है, इतने जल्दी करो, सुन लो एक बार क्या बोल रहे हो. तो इससे क्या होता है कि मन इधर उधर तो भागता है, दो दो तीन राउंड के लिए, मतलब दो तीन बीट के लिए तो कम से कम मन आपका लगता ही है. एंड सृष्टि माता जी यहाँ पे पूछ रहे हैं कि इट इज नेसेसरी रिप्लेस जपमाला एवरीडे. नो नीड, नो नीड. इवन अमोगलीला प्रभु जी was said that his japamala was 15 years he continuing, so no need to japamala change every year. Yeah, there is no need.
Yes,
Right?
Mataji.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yashashwini Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Go ahead,
Mataji.
Mataji. Yeah, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji. From here, Mataji, the perfect devotee.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
beginning. Yeah,
Mataji.
from beginning. Yeah.
Okay, Mataji. The perfect devotee, February 29, 1972 evening. Shyam Sundara. Srila Prabhupada, this afternoon we were discussing austerities. Srila Prabhupada. Shyam Sundara. If we don't practice austerities, volumetry, then we must involuntarily practice some austerities. Srila Prabhupada. As under the direction of spiritual master, one should you have no mind to follow austerities. But when you accept a spiritual master, you have to carry out his order. That is austerity. Shyam Sundar. Shyam Sundara. Even if you don't want to practice austerity, you must. Srila Prabhupada. Yes, you must because you have surrendered to your spiritual master. His order is final. So even if you don't like it, you have to do it to please me. Shyam Sundara. Srila Prabhupada. But you don't like, he laughed. Nobody likes to fast. But the spiritual master says, today's fasting. So what can be done? Shyam Sundara laughed. A disciple is one who has voluntarily agreed to be disciplined by the spiritual master. That is austerity. Shyam Sundara. Say like our parents or many people in the material world completely enamored by the material life. They don't want to undergo austerity or bodily pain. But they but still they must. They are being forced by nature to suffer austerities. Mataji, is it enough?
Okay, Mataji, fine. It's already time. You all can read one, please. Yeah, 6:05 already. Okay, you wanna add something, Prabhuji, onto this?
Yeah, no, Mataji.
Fine. Anyone want to add on this? Yashashwini Mataji, you want to add today? Haribol.
No, Mataji.
Okay, fine, Mataji. Okay. Pavani Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
You want to read Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Srila Prabhupada, that is the difference between man and animal. An animal cannot accept austerity, but a man can accept it. There is a nice foodstuff in the confectioner's shop, so a man wants to eat it, but he sees that he has no money, so he can restrain himself. But when a cow comes, immediately she pushes her mouth in. You can beat her with a stick, but she will talk about it. She will do that. Therefore, an animal doesn't need for austerity. Our Krishna's our austerity is very nice. We chant Hare Krishna, dance, and Krishna sends very nice foodstuffs, and we eat. That's all. Why are your people not agreeable? Is just austerity, chanting, dancing, and eating nicely. Wow, what is that? Srila Prabhupada. Because we are following austerities, Krishna sends us nice things. So we are not losers. And when you become Krishna guide, then you get more comfort than at the present moment. That's a fact. I have been living alone for the last 20 years, but I have no difficulties. Before taking sannyasa, I was living in Delhi, so I had no difficulties, although I was living alone. Shamasundar. If you don't accept spiritual discipline, then nature will force so many calamities. Srila Prabhupada. Oh yes, that is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Mataji, is there?
Sorry, Mataji.
माता जी मैं पूछ रही हूँ ये काफी है कि और पढ़ना है
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, fine. Okay, Prabhuji, want to add on to this?
Uh, no, Mataji.
Okay, fine. Abhishek, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. And with Pranam. You want to read, Prabhuji?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. From where? Devi?
Yeah, from Devi.
दैवी है ऐसा गुणामयी मम माया दुरतया मम एवा ये प्रपदयन्ते मायम एतम तरन्ति ते. This divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Maya is imposing so many difficulties, but as soon as you surrender to Krishna, no more imposition. Sham Sundar, we were so foolish that we were always thinking, in the future I'll be happy. Srila Prabhupada, yes, that is Maya, illusion. That is like the ass. You sit down on the back of the ass and just take a morsel of grass. That's the ass is thinking, let me go forward a little and I shall get the grass. Bob laughs. But it is always 1 foot distant. Distant. That is axism. They all laugh. Everyone is thinking, let me go a little forward and I'll get it. I'll be very happy. Bob, I thank you so much for Srila Prabhupada. Hmm. Bob, tomorrow I will have to leave you and Srila Prabhupada. Don't take leave, but talk live. Bob, Bob, I cannot yet, but I was thinking now of returning tomorrow to my town. But Srila Prabhupada, don't return. Bob, I should stay here tomorrow. Here. Srila Prabhupada, stay here. Bob, you tell me to. I'll stay. Srila Prabhupada, yes, you are a very good boy. There is a long pause. It is not now much quieter. It is very simple. When the living entities forget Krishna, they are in the material world. Krishna means his name, his form, his abode, his pastimes, everything. Bob, what was that last? Srila Prabhupada, pastimes. Bob, pastimes. Srila Prabhupada. When we speak of a king, it means the king's government, king's palace, king's queen, king's sons, secretaries, military strength, everything. Is it not? Bob, yes. Srila Prabhupada. Similarly, Krishna being the supreme personality of Godhead, as soon as we think of Krishna, this means all the energies of Krishna. That is complete by saying Radha Krishna. Radha means all the energies of Krishna, and Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So when we speak of Krishna, the living entities are also included because the living entities are energies, different energies of Krishna, superior energy. So when this energy is not serving the energetic that is material existence, the whole world is not serving Krishna. They are serving Krishna in a different way. They are serving indirectly just as disobedient citizens serve the government indirectly. Prisoners come to the prison house on account of their disobedience of the laws of the state. So, in the prison house, they are forced to obey the laws of state. And similarly, all the living entities here are godless, either by ignorance or by choice. They do not like to accept the supremacy of God, Dimnaik. So we are trying to bring them to their original condition, that is the Krishna consciousness movement. Is it enough, Mataji, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji, please add something.
So here Srila Prabhupada is saying like uh, just like the prisoners do not follow the rules made by the government, so they are put into the jails and they are like made to learn the rules like the mistakes they have done so that they get reminded of their mistakes and like correct them, rectify them. So in this similar way we are also sent to this material existence like material world so that like मतलब हम दोबारा अपनी गलतियों को सुधार सकें और दोबारा मतलब की तरफ जा सकें यही
You want to add something, Rana Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. So here Prabhupada is stating the mission of Krishna consciousness movement. So our mission is to restore people's consciousness. Actually, by nature, everyone is in Krishna consciousness, but due to contact with material nature, we have come into this material consciousness. So our main aim is to make them again Krishna conscious.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the thing is, by only spiritual master we can got that thing, and yes, you can say that we are actually in here. Srila Prabhupada once say that bring here, do stay here. Why he say that like that? Why don't he say that? Okay, now I say you all the things. Go and to your home and practice it because he know that if he go now, he might be fall down because why he will be fall down because he know that he is not now in that state, right? For example, I know everything but I'm not in practicing mode. If I'm not in practicing mode, then it will be that sometime I will stop the practice. I will stop chanting Hare Krishna. After some time, if you not chant, for example, you will not chant 1 month, okay, then you can't chant the next day 16 round because already you have so much backends there and for example you did not uh, you know like the taste, you have the taste, for example, of chanting of taste and you just break it. So yes, that's important. So with association with devotees and with the mercy of spiritual master, actually we are progressing towards Krishna. फाइन, प्रिजन हाउस में रहते हुए भी कर सकते हो प्रैक्टिस, कोई बात नहीं. ओके, इज देयर एनीबॉडी लेफ्ट? अनन्या माता जी, हरे कृष्णा.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
यू वांट टू रीड माता जी?
Yes, Mataji.
कंटिन्यू. ओके, हरे कृष्णा.
Bob, I'd like to ask you something. I talked with devotees about medicine. I walked to the river with some devotees today. I have a cold, so I said I should not go in the in the water. Some felt I should because it is the Ganges, and some said I shouldn't because I have a cold. And we were talking, and I don't understand. Do we get sick because of our bad actions in the past? Srila Prabhupada, yes, that's a fact. Bob, but when one Srila Prabhupada, any kind of distress we suffer is due to our impious activities in the past. Bob, but when someone is removed from karmic influence, Srila Prabhupada, yes, Bob, does he still get sick? Srila Prabhupada, no, even if he gets sick, that is very temporary. For instance, this fan is moving. If you disconnect the electric power, then the fan will move for a moment. That movement is not due to the electric current, that is force. What it is called physically, this force. Shyam Sundar, momentum. Srila Prabhupada, momentum. But as soon as it stops, no more movement. Similarly, even if a devotee who has surrendered to Krishna is suffering from material consequences, that is temporary. Therefore, a devotee does not take any material as miseries. He takes them as Krishna's God's mercy. Bob, a, a perfected soul, a devotee, a pure devotee. Srila Prabhupada, a perfected soul is one who engages 24 hours a day in Krishna consciousness. That is perfection. That is a transcendental position. Perfection means to engage in one's original consciousness. That is perfection. That is stated in Bhagavad Gita. Mataji, is it okay?
Yeah, okay, ma'am, that's fine. So, okay, you want to add something onto this, anyone? Please share your, what they call. Please share your, so that we
Utilization
know
Mataji.
more about it. Yeah, find that, yeah. English term, I have not recalling things. Fine, you can say about this more. Please share your opinion onto this. All you can share.
Uh, yes, Mataji. So here, Prabhupada is telling that we see many people who are suffering from some kind of diseases even after they are into devotion, or apparently it may appear that they are suffering even after coming to devotion. So Prabhupada is explaining why this is happening. So we might think that this is happening due to the karmic reaction, but Prabhupada is telling that he is giving a very nice example. That of a fan. Like if a fan is moving and we switch off the fan, then still it will move. It will move for a few seconds and it will stop. So it moves due to momentum and it stops due to moment of inertia. So it will stop after some time. So so similarly, a devotee has switched off his material switch, switch off his material life, but but he's suffering because he's having some kind of momentum. You may say some kind of karma is affecting him, but the effect of such a karma is very much minimized. Mohan Rupa Prabhu used to give a very nice example. Like he used to say that जहाँ पैर कटनी थी वहां बस सुई पड़ रही है. Means Krishna minimizes our pains.
Yes, and also after bhakti, after practicing about such, about something, after practicing of Krishna conscious, if you have so much problem, then mind it, it's not all your karma, but Krishna put it, because he know how to resize this unfolded, folded, paper. He actually trying to serve us, because if you look at after the Krishna conscious and before the Krishna conscious, if you observing those moments every day, if you observing, that you will see that yes, actually you didn't see anything in your control. Actually, you can see the hand of Krishna, everything on it actually. So the problem is saying that, and if you Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can you down it slowly, please? Sorry, can you down it? PDF. Okay. Yes, that is the thing. A perfect, there is a very important species there. The perfected soul is one who engages 24 hours in a day in Krishna consciousness. Why we do in this? Why he is telling this point to engage 24 hour of a Krishna in Krishna consciousness? Because if you not in now, if the sun is there, and if you in the ant, did you see the ants? They go for food in the sun. When the rain is come, they just go to his their home and they eat only. So for example, we have the beautiful day, we have no problems, we are not chanting. And when the problem is coming up, when the Maya give you problem or the death will coming up, we are just bewildered. Om ji, om ji, om ji, khatam. Maybe your Krishna consciousness will left you. Maybe you stop chanting on that base. For example, you are not chanting today, right? You have very good day, you are with us, you are reading the books. That's mean not only problem is coming up. If the problem is coming up, you say, okay Mataji, I can't today join the class because I have also problems. So don't call me today. I am not in that consciousness of reading books. So yeah, today you have great day, right? You're not chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And tomorrow, if Maya put any other cases, if Maya put something difficult onto your life, you see, you will be bewildered onto this. Okay, what is this? I failed in NEET exam. Stop Krishna consciousness. That's it. What Maya want. Yeah, Maya's desire is fulfilled, and she is now perfect. Her service was perfectly doing. Srila Prabhupada say that for all the materialistic, Maya is there. Maya not working for them. They are onto my guidance. But when a devotee is there, she will do homework onto this, that particular for a devotee. Right? So if you're not in Krishna consciousness, for example, my death is coming tomorrow at 12 p.m. and I am not Krishna consciousness, या देख लेंगे चैंटिंग क्या है, करते हैं तो 24 घंटा करते हैं, या हम मन में ही 24 घंटा चलता रहता है हमारा, कुछ जरूरत नहीं है। हाँ वही 5-6 माला कर लेते, कभी 2 कभी 3 कभी 4, हमारे मन जो किया हम कर लेंगे वही। और कल मेरा रात को 12 बजे आ गया मेरी मौत, अब क्या होगा? बस हो गया। अब मुझे याद आया मेरी मम्मी का नाम, या एक मेरी घर में एक अगर कुत्ता होगा तो उसका नाम याद आ गया, वो मुझे याद आ गया क्योंकि वो मुझे बहुत पसंद था। अब हो गए हम कुत्ते, अब क्या कर सकते हैं? बिकॉज वी आर नॉट कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस, राइट? if we are in Krishna conscious, if we chant every day, and actually we are not doing in Krishna's will na, so that the problem. Krishna say, okay, wake up at 4:15 and chant Hare Krishna and then do the yoga. Okay, we say no Krishna, we can't do that. We can get up at 9 o'clock, I will do chanting on 5 o'clock, I will sleep on 3 o'clock. That was my ritual. What Krishna said, it does not matter actually. That's the thing of people say. And when it come down to Maya Devi's चाल and आएगा and मौत आएगी, कुछ तो आएगा, है ना? क्योंकि हर एक के लाइफ में हर एक प्रॉब्लम चलता रहता है. That time maybe you left Krishna consciousness, maybe you left the body and you will on other body, and you have to do that song. So that's very important for a devotee to chant Hare Krishna and remembering Hare Krishna, because chanting and hearing is the first stage of a devotee. Srila Prabhupada suggest to everyone chant and hear, but that is not the end advantage level. Advantage level is you remembering Krishna all the time. In your study time you remembering Krishna, in your bathing time you remembering Krishna, in eating time you remembering Krishna. That's the thing of remembering of Krishna. And it's a 24-hour day, ये चलता रहेगा, it's automatically, it's not that you have to remember Krishna, it's consciousness. In your consciousness he is interrupted actually. That's the thing. And when it will come, if you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra daily, and it is not about 16 noun, 19 noun, or someone chant 4 round, it is chant Satatam Kirtayantumam, right? So anytime, anywhere you can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's the thing. I hope you all understand this, right? Is there any devotee left to read? Prabhuji, you want to add on to this something?
Yan no Mataji.
Yeah. and then we stop our class today at 6:30. 6:25. Fine. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I have a question, Mataji.
Yeah, sure. Prabhuji, you can stop reading this thing.
Actually, I'm
Sorry.
confused about yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga.
Yeah, you told that. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't remember this. Okay, fine. Prabhuji, you
Would
want
you,
to first add something?
would
Then
you,
I will add this. Sorry, Mataji, you say something?
no. Would you like to help me? I'm
Yeah,
saying.
sure. Prabhuji, you want to
Thank you,
add something?
Mataji.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji. So, in Karma Yoga, what we try to do, we try to please Krishna by our karma. So, many three type of karma recommended in Bhagavad Gita in our Vedic Shastra. First is akarm, second is vikram, and third is only karm. So vikram is the karma that is based on our scriptures. Akarm is the karma that is against the scriptures, and karma is just the karma. So we all know that karma is a boundary for us. Even if you do good karma or if you do bad karma, both of them are like that chains. It doesn't matter that one chain is one is gold chain and other is you're just regular chain. But Krishna says in chapter 11, 12 that if you at least you should give the result of your activities unto me. So, Radhanath Swami Maharaj used to give a very nice example. Suppose, suppose a money is there on the road. So, if a karma yogi, he would see the money, then he would try to find the person for to whom the money belongs to. He would try to utilize it for some other things. And if a jnani, if a gyan yogi, he would find that money. He would say, okay, I am not concerned with it. But the bhakti yogi will come and he will give the money to the person itself. So bhakti yogi, we do everything for satisfaction of Krishna. Whatever we do for his satisfaction. But the karma yogi, they try to please Krishna by their karma. The Gyan yogi, their philosophy is if you gain much knowledge, then you can be freed from the material world by knowledge only. They think that by knowledge we can become we can get liberation. So that you may see that those people who are Mayavadi, they usually wear deep red robes because the red symbolizes the fire. And we the bhakti yogi people, we are just like, okay, let Krishna do whatever he want to do with us. We will just love him unconditionally. So that's the same thing Mahaprabhu states in your Siksastakam, that whatever Krishna wants, he can do, but still we will be his servant only. So if you carefully notice, then the color of the robe, which the brahmacharis in ISKCON or in our Gaudija Sampradaya wear, is of peach color. So the peach color, the peach color indicates the love. You might have heard of Avdut, the word Avdut, Nityananda Avdut. So Avdut means getting mad in love. So that's the main difference between these three kind of people.
That's the truth. Yes. Karma you can what you can do in Karma Yoga. They are actually think that in Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga. Actually they are the both is not is the way direct connecting to Krishna. You can please him, but while it Jnana Yoga, you read the scriptures. I told it yesterday, I think. You read the all scriptures, you read all the Vedas, you read all the things. What will come first? What will come first? Of course, ego. I read it all Vedas. What you can do? Suggest me. What you can? Okay, do you know that Veda? Do you know? And first of that, second, if you know that and if your association is not there, what is the use of that jnana yoga? You use it to miss, you use it आप दूसरे तरीकों से यूज करेंगे जब आपका ये आप मिसकॉन्सेप्ट तैयार कर लोगे. Okay, so for example, Krishna saying that, okay, कर्म करो बट फल में कोई इच्छा, मतलब फल में आपकी कोई अधिकार नहीं है। कृष्णा वो कहना चाहेंगे और आप कहोगे कि फल करो, कर्म करो, कृष्ण फल की आशा मत करो। That was saying. So you will interpret in this. You can do anything about that scriptures. Is scriptures is not known by Ravana? Ravana is all the Gyani. He's very, he's Gyani. He know all the Mahabharata, Ramayana. I think Mahabharata is not there, but he will know because he know all the things. But what is the use of his? Nothing. The karmi yoga. The karmi yoga is trying to impress God by their work. For example, okay, trying to do something about name of Krishna, that okay, I'm going to Krishna and yeah, here's some foods I'm giving. What will come? Of course, ego. Of course, ego will come. So, yesterday actually I do food distribution. That was not prasadam. If you prasadam is there is a humbleness. Okay, what Krishna ate, I just give it. I do the food distribution to yesterday actually. That is also in the Karma Yoga. In this two way, you can't really such appreciate Krishna, because in this way, Krishna is all knowledgeable. You can't define, you can't defeat Krishna in knowledge, right? Second, in karma, is he not doing all the things? Yes, he do all the things. He can do all the things. He create all the things, right? But in bhakti, he can do anything. For example, Radharani's bhakti. She is the topmost in bhakti level, right? She is the top. She is the female part, counter of Krishna. So who is ever of Radharani? No one. Even not Krishna also. So that Krishna I actually don't know. So in that way only you can impress him. Only you can, love him. Or actually what Prabhuji says correctly, actually unconditional love. That Krishna, you might call me to Golak or not. You might be you might be put me onto any stages of my life, at any level, at any time, at any circumstance. I am your. I don't. If you help me or not from this material bondage, I don't know. It's your decision. It's on to you. If you save me or not, it's on to you. Because without his control, nothing is happening. So, but I am surrendering unto you. This is the Bhakti Yoga. And in Karma Yoga and in Jnana Yoga, there is nothing surrendering like this actually. So, Mataji, do you have any question onto this?
No, Mataji. Actually, we are on Bhakti Yoga path.
Yeah, we are, yes. What we are doing is Bhakti Yoga. If not, we are in Bhakti Yoga, we just do 700 sloka reciting. For example, okay, fine, I am done with Bhagavad Gita 1.1 to 700 sloka and I'm fine. No need of understanding what is the purport is saying. I'm Gyani. He is also Gyani who is reciting all the slokas, but that's not important. Important is relishing that things and applying onto life, and with whom help you will do this, of help of association. If in your association they all are drug dealers, you will be also drug dealers, right? If your association
Right.
are all reading Bhagavad Gita and they're discussing about it, for example, we are discussing about this Bhagavad Gita, what is chanting about this, about that, we are that, you will also, your mind will be say like that, okay, next question, what will be discussing. And if we talk today, okay, Shrishti Mataji, which drugs is going to be sold tomorrow, what will we say? Okay, this drugs will be
Okay.
going to sold tomorrow. But there is no question about this, right? So if we
Right.
doing the same thing of the Bhagavad Gita, you will be participation on this. By association you will know more things, right? Yeah, this is the Bhakti Yoga. We are surrendering unto Krishna, right? If Krishna want, he can do everything to us, right?
Right. That's right.
Any doubt?
No, माता जी और एक क्वेश्चन।
Uh,
माता जी, आप लोग जब जपमाला करते हो तो क्या आप आंख बंद करते हो?
हाँ, आप कर सकते हो, पर डीटीज में आप जब टेम्पल जाते हो तो करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, या For example, I am chanting holy names and there is Krishna in front of me. I will chant or I will be go back to Goloka with Krishna. That's the thing, right? In front of us there is Krishna and we chant Hare Krishna in eyes closed. What you are seeing in closest eyes? They, previous जो साधु लोग होते थे वो आंख बंद करते थे तो उन्हें भगवान दिखते थे. हमें क्या दिखता है? खाली अंधार. आंखें बंद करो तो अंधार ही दिखता है हमें. हमें क्या दिख जाता है ऐसा? हाँ, आप आंख बंद कर सकते हो इफ योर डिस्ट्रैक्शन इज देयर इन होम, राइट. आपके बहुत सारे डिस्ट्रैक्शन है तो आप आंख बंद करके कर सकते हो. बट आंखें खोल मतलब ज्यादा बंद करोगे तो सो जाओगे. दैट्स द पॉइंट ना.
या
ज्यादा
माता
खुला
जी
नहीं
मतलब
करनी है क्योंकि डिस्ट्रैक्शन होगा. ज्यादा
जब
बंद नहीं करनी है, मेड में रखनी है.
जी, जब मैं करती हूँ तो मुझे इतना डिस्ट्रैक्टेड होता है, अननेसेसरी थिंग्स आते हैं।
वो आएगा और आपका चैंटिंग ही रिलीज करेगा. हमें भी आता है ऐसा, कोई हम महात्मा नहीं है. पर जब तक आप चैंटिंग करते रहेंगे वही रिलीज होता रहेगा. एक्चुअली once devotee was example that he got 45 years to perfect his chanting. What we are done, is there anything we do specifically for Krishna? Do we are brahmachari? We left our study. Okay, for you Krishna, I left my study. Is anything we do? Why
नो
our
माता
mind will be stop? Why our mind will stop thinking of anything? Our mind want to enjoy. So why we are thinking? By chanting we are on wondering something. Yeah, okay, that scent is beautiful. Okay, that Mataji also beautiful. Okay, that temple also beautiful. Okay, Radharani's dress also beautiful. We are thinking like that. Why have to stop? Why mind will be stop? बिकॉज अगर कुछ माइंड को तुम अच्छा चीज़ नहीं दिखाओगे ना तो वो उसी में ही घूमता रहेगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अब देखना, चैंटिंग करते वक्त आपको क्या लगेगा? 4-5 दिन के 4-5 घंटे के बाद एक माल करते हैं ना, क्या हो जाता है? क्या हो जाता है? आपको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एक ही बारे में आप थिंकिंग करते रहोगे. ओके, सुनना है, सुनना है, तुझे सुनना है. एक माइंड आपका कितना दिन सुनेगा? सुन सुन के वो बोलेगा छोड़ना यार, मन ही नहीं लग रहा है मेरा. कितना सुने हरे कृष्णा महामंत्र, नहीं मन लगेगा. तो आप क्या करोगे? भागोगे इधर उधर, माइंड भागेगा. और क्या, कितना दिन सुन लोगे तुम? दैट्स द थिंग.
यस माता
माइंड
जी
को
यस।
कंट्रोल करना इतना इजी नहीं है, पर कर सकते हो अगर आप उसके प्लेस में कुछ ला लो. मीन्स अगर उसे आइसक्रीम खाना पसंद है तो आप उसे आइसक्रीम के मतलब जैसा ही कुछ देना पड़ेगा. उसके ही वैसे ही स्वाद आ रहा हो ऐसा ही कुछ देना पड़ेगा उसे.
बस माता जी
नहीं तो
कुल्फी.
आपका माइंड नहीं तो आपका माइंड आइसक्रीम में ही रहेगा. नहीं, मुझे आइसक्रीम चाहिए ही चाहिए, मुझे तू देगा ही देगा. और नहीं दोगे तो माइंड बिल्डर हो जाएगा. माइंड बोलेगा नहीं दे रही है, मैं इधर उधर भागूंगी. चल उससे मांग ले, इससे मांग ले, उसे उसे छीन ले. नहीं तो आइसक्रीम अपने भाई से छीन के खा. नहीं तो नहीं देगी अगर आइसक्रीम, वो भी हो सकता है ना. पर अगर आप आइसक्रीम के सामने गोलगप्पे खा लो, अरे भाई क्या चाहिए तुझे? आइसक्रीम, गोलगप्पे खाना भाई, क्या है? आइसक्रीम के पीछे पड़ी है. आइसक्रीम 2 मिनट में शांत हो जाएगा, गर्म हो जाएगा, वो क्या है? दैट्स द थिंग एक्चुअली. मन को अगर ज़्यादा ज़्यादा कुछ भाव मतलब उस टाइप का नहीं दोगे ना तो वो नहीं सुनेगी, नहीं सुनेगा वो. दैट्स द थिंग.
और
चैंटिंग के
फाइव
वक्त
सेंसेस
आप
को कैसे, जी
है,
जी बताइए आप।
सॉरी, नहीं नहीं
और
आप
फाइव
बताइए क्या.
सेंसेस को कैसे कंट्रोल करें?
वो कंट्रोल करना तो योगिक पद्धति हो गया. हम योगिक पद्धति में थोड़ी ना है, हम तो भक्ति पद्धति में है ना. जब
जी जी
योग जो होता है वहां पे आप इन 5 सेंसेस को कंट्रोल करके आप गोलक जा सकते हो. सॉरी
जी।
सॉरी, गोलक तो नहीं जा सकते पर कुछ
नहीं नहीं।
अपर प्लैनेट आप जा सकते हो. गोलक तो नहीं, पर या जा सकते हो कोई पे अपर प्लैनेट, स्वर्ग लोक में जाना चाहते हो, कोई भी एक सेंस को कंट्रोल कर लो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू कैन स्पीक 59 ईयर, you can go upper planets. But we are not doing for that, right? That we
राइट।
are not doing for that. We want to, we are in why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. He want to give us how to do bhakti like gopis are there. How they biraha. Do you know that biraha means? Yeah.
नो माता जी।
Prabhuji, what is the call of biraha?
माता जी सेपरेशन.
ओ
Separation, yes. From separation, your love will be increased. For example, I have a long distance relationship. If I will get to him, I'll say okay fine, how my friend is there, how my mom is there, I will think like that. But if I'm in long distance relationship, I will always think about him. okay, if he eat or not, if he sleep or not. I will think all of the time. Yeah, that's the thing. And actually हमारा प्यार क्या है? विरह का ही तो है, गोपियों का हो, राधा रानी जी का हो, सबका विरह ही प्रेम है. तो जब तक आप विरह में रहोगे, आप तड़पोगे, और जब तड़पोगे तब जाके प्रेम जो है बाहर आएगा. That's the thing.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much,
इतना
Mataji.
आसान
Prabhuji.
नहीं है. या थैंक यू. और गुरु शिशला प्रभा, इतना आसान नहीं है कृष्णा कॉन्शियस जितना इजी दिख रहा है. That's the thing. Okay, you want to add on something, Prabhuji? I was
No,
few
Mataji.
more things actually today. I think I am in wrong distraction. Yeah. Is anything I say wrong? Please correct me if I say anything wrong. You can correct me, right?
No, Mataji. You explained so perfectly.
I don't think.
I'm sorry if I disturb you all or if I consume more time.
No, Mataji,
No,
no.
that's okay.
Not at all, Mataji.
Actually, by this, I saying you right. I saying you chant properly. That's mean my mind say. Do you chant properly? You say Srishti Mataji to chant. Do you chant? Do your mind is okay? Yes, that's the thing. Fine. Anything you wanna add something onto this? Pavani Mataji, Yashashwini Mataji, Abhishek Prabhuji, you wanna add something onto this? Or did I, if I say anything wrong, please correct me. I don't know anything actually. I just what listen. I just put on to basket. But if I say anything wrong, please correct me actually. Yeah, Prabhuji, you want to say something?
No, Mataji.
Fine. Is there no really mistakes? I feel so much mistake if I told.
No, Mataji, no. No mistakes.
Fine. Fine. We stop our class. थैंक यू सो मच इतने घंटे इतने वक्त मुझसे सुनने के लिए. मुझे हर कोई बोर हो जाता है, क्या 24 घंटे बोलती रहती है. थैंक यू सो मच. Okay, thank you so much for your associations. Thank you so much. There is 1 hour and 15 minutes actually. Thank you so much for presenting here. You have so much work you all have, but you all get the time to read with us. Thank you so much for your association. Okay, we'll start our class by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Please unmute yourself. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Dandavat
Hare.
Pranam. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. All goes to Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.